Today, I want to go over with you the side elbow strike, Palkup, Chigi. And if you want to know a little bit more about these hitting and striking techniques, I'll put some links below in the actual description. To start with, the first thing we want to do is understand what part of the actual arm do we hit with. And as it says, it's an elbow strike. So, yes, the part of the arm that we're utilizing to hit with is the actual elbow itself. So we know the part we're hitting with, but what are the targets that we actually are aiming for? Well, with this side elbow strike, it is done in a horse stance, which basically lowers our actual body. And the target that we're actually going to be hitting is the midsection of the opponent, is the actual sternum. This part here is at the target that we're actually aiming for, because when we do the side elbow strike, it's actually to the side. So there you have it. We're hitting with the elbow, and we're hitting the target is the opponent's midsection, the sternum. That is where we're actually trying to hit. So for example, in one of the Poomsae patterns in choreo, what happens, we come round, and then we come through like so. So as you see, it's coming through, and it's going straight to the midsection, the sternum part of the actual opponent there. Now, the other thing to remember as well with this actual strike is a couple of points. Is that when we're doing the technique, the actual fingers of the supporting hand are upwards. So for example, this is the hand that we're striking with. We're striking with the right hand. And what I'm going to be doing, I'm bringing the opposite hand is coming along. Now, what you do not do, you do not grab it like so. We're going to be just pushing it, which means that the fingers are pointing upwards like so. And all I'm doing is I'm having my flat of my hand, my thumb is out of the way to the side, and I'm pushing like so. So as you see here, the thumb is to the side. And we're going to be pushing the actual strike like so. And the other thing to always make sure is the back fist of the attacking hand is always facing upwards. The fist is at shoulder height, okay? So I'm not down here pushing, it's at my shoulder height. So the fist, my fist is at the shoulder height, my shoulder height, pushing to the actual attack. And the other hand, my other hand is pushing it to the center like so. And it finishes in the actual center like that. So we now understand the basics of the actual technique itself. What we now need to do, we now need to go and actually learn it. And we do that by first of all getting into the actual horse stance. So with the horse stance, remember, correct width distance, back is straight, and then we look in the direction of which we're actually going. And the other most important thing with the horse stance, we're making sure we're sitting down and we're putting the pressure focusing inwards on the actual knees itself. Now, with the elbow strike, what we need to do, we need to put our hands into the position of the actual strike itself. So from here, we've got my palm is facing up, my other hand is coming, so it's just resting on the actual knuckles like so. So we can see here, as we see, we've literally got the arm nice and straight on this side, straight here, nice and strong. And we literally just bring the other palm to it, like so. We don't close our fingers are raised to the ceiling, and my thumb is just off to the side, not in the middle, it's just off to the actual side itself, like so. Now, from here, we're in the correct position. We need to make sure that the palm we're pushing with is on the shoulder height. From here, it's not too low, it's on the shoulder height. And then from here, what we're doing, we're pushing with the opposite hand. So from here, we start over to the side, and then we push, like so across. And we're focusing so that we're looking in the direction that we're going, and we're imagining the elbow is hitting the midsection, the sternum of the opponent. So from here, I bring it back and through. Back and through. And we're looking in the direction that we're going. On the other side, same again. From here, I'm looking in the direction we're going. It is at shoulder height. I come back and push. Back and push. And you want to keep doing that on both sides until you become comfortable with the actual pushing movement of the actual technique itself. So that's the basic first part of it. Now the other part of the actual technique, where you get the power, is the power comes from the actual stance, so when you're going into the stance itself. So for talking sake, as we said in choreo, from here, I come here, and then I'm coming through. I'm coming in and sitting down and through into the horse stance, and then doing the actual strike itself. So it's the actual, so from this side here, I come through, and from here, I'm sitting down in. I'm coming in and I'm sitting down into the horse stance and pushing at the same time. So that momentum of dropping down and coming through is where it helps get that strength and the power. So the next point is then you need to learn that basic simple technique of stepping through into the horse stance and pushing at the same time. So what we now need to do, we need to learn how we can step into the actual horse stance itself. And the best way to do that, we start off in the jumping position. And all we're going to do, we're just going to come round, we get into the position with our hands for the actual movement, and then we're going to come through and sit down and push into the horse stance and the side elbow strike. So from here, in the jumping position, I'm going to turn. As I'm turning, all my weight goes onto the one leg. I come and bring my hands up into the position of the actual technique itself, and then I sit down into the horse stance, moving my right foot out. As I'm moving my right foot out, my elbow is coming through at the same time. So as I land in the horse stance with my foot, as this foot lands, the strike happens at the same time. So let's try that. So from here and back. And back. One more time. So as you see, it comes around. I'm coming round. I'm in the position with my hands. Everything is correct. And as I sit down, I push at the same time. And you want to try that on the left side and the right side until you become comfortable with the actual technique itself. And remember, the next part of the adding in the power is the kiap. So the kiap is that chi that comes from the abdomen here, comes up and out. So we want to add that in to help give that extra power when we're striking and landing the actual technique itself. So from here, and you just keep practicing that until you become comfortable with it. And there you are. That is the side elbow strike, which I hope will help you when you're trying to learn and practice it. Now, below, somewhere in this bottom left or top corner, is the next video on hitting and striking techniques for you to go and learn and practice. So why not go check it out? And as always, until the next time, Gam Sa Hae Ni.